So this is the old lockup, guys. Look, old, and we've been trying to get this all emptied. It's just a sort of secure container here, and there's big quad bikes getting ready. And you see this one here for the horse field. I really want to put in a tow bar to this because we've got a little trailer, and that could be our field trailer. Sorry, field quad, I should say. And there's a little baby one for practice for the kids, but they've kind of outgrown that now. They can get on the big one now. Yeah, but what I'm doing today is I'm going to have to put the Fireblade on the Bandit through their MOTs, and I've been trying for weeks to try and get this job done. So I'm just taking the battery back from the Fireblade out of the quad, and we'll get back. Yes, of course we've got Herbie now, so I've just had to leave all this sort of jobs aside. There's just not a lot I could do. Just really busy with the new Hossy, you know. But yeah, I want to get these back on the road. The weather's still lovely in Scotland. Get some more motorbike vlogs done. But let's wait and see. Come on, baby! Come on, baby! 3 cylinders though at the minute. Oh, still on 3 cylinders. Come on! Ah, I just pressed it. Oh, Stevie. Yeah, well, she must have just had enough to charge to start the bike up, but it's actually down at 40%, so she wouldn't start again, but that's okay. Yeah, so just real quick, you know, we've been doing this horsefield thing for about 18 months now, and of course we've got a new horse, Herbie, which is absolutely brilliant. But it was quite unexpected, you know, we've been to see horses and being turned down and all that sort of stuff, which wasn't very nice, you know, but hey ho. But perfect horse in the end, you know, but we weren't quite ready for it, has to be said, and I had a lot of bits and pieces to do just to get everything up to scratch for him, you know, before he came. But what a boy, he's just absolutely lovely. But of course I fell behind just about everything, you know, and including the horse field and the stable. So I'm really trying to get the bikes through their annual inspections maybe this week. We'll just see how it all works. But I need to get back up to the field and get some major work done. So I'm hoping to build him a bed. We're just going to have to again see how this video goes, but I really want to build him a bed and get the floral sort of ready, you know, done properly for him and stuff like that. And we'll almost finish the fence. It might just need a bit of a paint and we're there, you know. But we've still got that ragwort issue, you know, with all the ragwort. So I think tomorrow mate's coming to help us out and do a bit of that as well, you know. So we'll try and get that other field all done. Waiting for parts to come in for the grass trimmer before we can actually, you know, I can really cut the grass down properly. So just loads going on. Of course, for this past few years, guys, if you're just watching for the first time, I had quite a big brain injury back in about 2018, 2019, and I've been sort of recovering from that ever since. And you know, it's always getting better, you know, month on month it's getting better, but it's been a very slow process, you know. Things that I used to take 5 minutes to work out before took me 10 minutes. Jobs that used to take me this amount of time take double the time, you know, and I struggle with trying to organise my thoughts, trying to organise my day, what to do and things like that. But I'm seeing the improvement all the time, you know, I'm really seeing it. I've just got to keep cracking on, you know, life doesn't stop, world keeps turning, you know. But hopefully when I'm going to reach that place at some point, you know, where I'm back to maybe my old self again, you know. But yeah. Life is what it is. So hey ho, so on with the bikes anyway. I think I've just got to charge up the Fireblade. I think the Bandit should just start straight up. I think we should be okay with that. Yeah, the Fireblade pretty much must have started just on the first click, just went doof, you know, and just started straight up, because that's what he did. But once I touched that the run switch and try to go again, and he's only about 40%. So switch across. There's David's little project set aside at the moment, the little pit bike. We'll get back to that. Yeah, and this is the 1200 Bandit. Of course, this was the big project that we did, you know, just in the early months of me really, you know, starting that sort of recovery, you know. So it was really good to do that. It took me a lot longer than I wanted to, you know. But it's just a fantastic bike, guys. 1200 Bandit. She gets the bigger battery. This bike's actually called Sasha. Of course, having the kids, all the vehicles are named, you know. And believe it or not, this used to be my wife's bike, Sharon. But of course, you know, when the kiddies came along, that was a bit enough for her, you know. But I'm just hoping he starts up. Besides that, I'll just have to leave him on charge and try him again later on. Right, so let's see how we get on here. Just a wee while in the garage, guys, and then we'll get out of here to get to the field. And of course, we're putting maybe putting the Land Rover off the road. Sharon's car went a bit wrong last week. one of those key card ignitions we have in the Renault, and it stopped talking to the car, so I had to get that done, which meant taking the Land Rover back out again. I was going to put it off the road. So what we're going to do is put it down for a pre-MOT inspection. If it needs a bit of work, I think we'll just pull it off the road for now. You know, the Hossy Herbie is going to have to come first this next wee while, you know. And of course, once the grass runs out in the field, we're going to need to be buying hay bales. So the first sort of winter for us with a horse, so we'll see how we go, eh? But for now, if I get the bikes, usually if they just go through the MOT, guys, they're like £30 each. You know, just, and there's cost so little to run every month. You know, there's absolutely no reason why I can't just use this. And we'll leave for that. But just let's see if you're going to be nice today, Tana Sasha. You're going to start up. Be nice. Right. It's been started for a good few weeks now. So let's see how we go. It's on fine. Plenty of fuel. Come on. Another start, 3 cylinders. Yeah, so another start in 3 cylinders. Oh, here we go. Here we go, baby. Here we go, here we go, here we go. That's my girl. Oh, don't feel it today. It's going to take a little while to heat up. Get in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Doesn't she sound beautiful? That's my girl. So aside from a good wash and a clear out, give her a blast out, she should be fine for the MOT. I've checked everything I can. They might find something. That's what the annual inspection is all about. Now I'm really hoping it doesn't need a new battery here. Look, it's just been stuck on that percentage for a while now. But yeah, it switched across the LEDs now, look. Quite nice. They seem to be quite fast, but maybe they were fast before. I don't know, maybe I just never noticed how fast they actually go, but that's that. So to clean all this up and put back on the plastics. And the same again. But here we go again. Oh yeah. Starting to sound a bit better now, not 100%. Definitely nicer, definitely nicer. Young Herbie is itching himself off the back of the lorry here. I'm actually starting to think, is he going to do any damage? But there's been no damage yet. He's just itching his head. Good boy. Yeah. Nice. I should maybe look to see if there's such a thing as a scratching pole that I could make, you know?
Well, there is actually, this is something Alana said, but you probably forgot.
Probably.
You know, like the texture of these, the softer brush. Alana said to get like a broomstick with this sort of texture.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Just get the head of it and stick it on the wall.
Ah, he's right. Okay, son. Message received. We are going to get you something to scratch on. But it's so lovely, you know, when we come down, and what we're trying to do is just give him this little treat before we begin, and then he kind of moles around, he's a bit excited, and he starts to calm down, and now he's relaxed, look, and he has got some itch going on there. Do you think he might have a tick in there, Ems?
I can check. That's when we get any closer.
Yeah. And we just like to check to see what mood he's in, you know, we just don't know what type of a day he's had, you know. So as you can see, Emily is fully recovered from our horsey bite.
I mean, it's still there.
It's still there. We're just letting Emily check out the bed, you know, Ems? But yeah, it's not flat. It needs to come up there. It's way down up there. It needs to come back up again.
Way to leave it.
But we've got plenty pallets, plenty. So yeah, that's going to be this raised bed, and hopefully once we put the OSB board on and get it all covered, it'll be a lovely big sort of springy area for him, you know, to lie down on. It's been very, very hot, and now it's very, very cool, so that's really nice.
In my bottoms as well.
Okay, do. Good boy, Herbie. Yeah, so the Fireblade has really sort of low miles on it, guys, you know, so I think this must be my first sprocket. I'm sure it is. I don't think I've ever had to change it. Yeah, and just been putting these on, guys, just tighten, try and do opposites. Try and do opposites here, then the same again when we're torquing them up. Opposite, opposite, opposite. Far easier to torque these on when they're on the bike, guys. I mean, I will give the Fireblade a makeover someday, guys, you know, but I've just got the field to do, Herbie to do, lorry to do, car to do, you know what I mean? It's just, no, can't do everything, guys, you know what I mean? Just can't do it all. Here we go. The chain splitter. Now I just bought this. Now, you know, if you're a professional and you're breaking chains quite a lot, you know, I really don't think a tool like this would be any good. And if you're a professional, you'd know that. But, you know, coming on, you know, I don't even know the next time I'll do a chain, you know. So buying expensive tools isn't really quite the thing. So I'm sort of experimenting a bit, because this was like $15, £12 maybe. And that's a brake pipe flaring tool. And it's all different sizes, all different bits. I can't remember the last time I flared brake pipes for a caliper, but you know, I'm sure I'll need it. And I just want to see if I can fill up, you know, the toolbox for the lorry with everything that we need on a real budget. You know what I mean? I think we can. I really do. Yeah, I'm not sure. Years ago, you used to have like a circlip you could take off. And I'll tell you, this bike is a 1997. I'm actually wondering if it is, but you know, in many respects, guys, I could actually just cut this chain off with a grinder, really. But I just want to try removing these just to see what the tool's like. Now, apparently this tool is very straightforward indeed. Look, here we go. Look, that goes in there with the spring. You kind of got three choices. Mine's that one that I need, and then this goes in. Yeah, and then we've got the top section. Once you start tightening that top section in just there, you'll see that's just come out the other end. And now I can make this go down a bit, like that, just to match it, you know, just to go for the same width as the chain. And then we'll pop this rivet right out. But it needs must at the moment, you know, things are not cheap at the moment. Gas, electricity, all that sort of stuff we've got. Oh, pull that out. So needs must at the moment. Right, so I didn't actually have this flush enough. Hopefully you can see the angle. Look what I've done to it, eh? Never mind. But yeah, I haven't got it flush enough. I'll straighten it back out and cut that tip off, and that'll be fine. But I thought, you know something, I'll just zip up to the lorry and get the grinder and just grind this thing off. I haven't got time for this. Now obviously this will still be hot. Yes, obviously take the nut off of this as well. Look, now here's the part you pray that they've sent you the right bit. I'm sure they have. Lovely new, and it's not going on. There we go. Look, shiny and new. I mean, yeah, it's just the usual, guys. I'm sorry. I should really stop moaning. I've just got a lot to do. But there we go, nice, eh? Tighten that back up, I can pop it into gear. Or I can just tighten it up, you know, once the wheel's back on the ground. And a lovely looking gold chain, eh? Yeah, just get a bit frustrated at times, you know, because obviously at the moment, I'm still doing all this work myself. I'm editing videos, I've got to sort them out, put them on, you know, get all these different things filmed and sorted out, you know. So I am really looking forward to the day that I've got a bit of help, let me tell you. Yeah, what I think we'll do is I'm going to get some of this gunk, you know, that gunk cleaner in there, get all this power washed out. Yeah, because it's fairly built up a bit of dirt over the time. Right, so that's all on for now. Now I've got to press that together and then do the rivets, but I'd really like to get this thing on the bike actually. I think it'd be a lot easier doing it up on the, you know, when it's the chain's up and over. That would be just dandy. So, whoa, got the wife on the job now, guys. It's just a bit of a two-person job in our little garage.
Just keep going.
Right, so I've always been taught that putting the chain on is actually a lot easier doing it on the bike, you know, so that's what we'll do. Wee bit of short And of course the old chain must have just been that one link longer. So what you do is pull this in so that two will meet together really nicely, just by adjusting these. Yeah, so I repaired those ends, which is really good. But having a lot more joy with this. Hopefully you'll see, guys, look, I'm pressing it. It seems to be pressing okay up there, but I can't seem to get it sort of pressing properly at the bottom. Because this is what you get with it, you see, look. And that has to be just right on there, the exact position to let the rivet heads come through, look. So I'll just have to keep persevering. This time I'm going to stop being so ham-fisted. So now hopefully you'll see, look, that's through, which it looks very much like that's it through the way that's supposed to be. Now it's time to flatten these, flare these ends out with a riveting tool. Here we go then. So yeah, I've put the back plate on there, and then the riveter part in there is just poking through. You know, you can feel it seat itself right there. And I'm sort of finding using a spanner is actually a lot easier than the, you know, the hand tool for cranking. So we are just about out of batteries, guys, but that's it on now. And I'll tell you something, not bad. Not a bad little toolkit. Now, I'd imagine, guys, you know, like if you were actually using this thing all the time, like in a daily job, you know, it might just not cut it, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you, for the DIY or the ones that's, you know, we just do it now and again, that worked absolutely fine. Yeah, so there we go, big Bandito and the Fireblade, both now ready. Just have to torque up those bolts and put a couple of bits back on, clean, and then ready to go. One of the reasons though we're doing this is cost saving. It's starting to get pretty dull in Scotland, let me tell you. The gas prices are going to be high, electricity is high and all sorts, you know, so the Land Rover is now off the road for a while, and I'm going to start using the bikes. And of course I've got Jessica the lorry if I need a vehicle like that. But yeah, we'll be doing a lot of cost saving bits and pieces as we go along, you know, hopefully nice advice, you know. But yeah, you know, we're still trying to build the YouTube channels, you know, and just got to use what we've got and keep what we've got working really well, you know, and so on. But you know, the Fireblade is aces just for running around, and the Bandit's just bulletproof. Well, I'm not going to speak too soon, but pretty much bulletproof. Here we go. A bit cold. You'll be okay though. That's better. Come on then, you. Yeah, so we're going to start migrating quite a lot of this stuff up to the field now. You know, just because we've got the lorry up there, and obviously got Herbie up there, and we've got so much room to work. You know, at the minute, I mean, look at this. You know, that's what I've got to work with when I'm doing the bikes. You know, and it's just started raining. Yeah, so we just don't have the room. We just really don't. So I'm going to put the Bandit through at the same time. You know, take one down and then take the next one down. You know, and here comes the rain. But this was our big YouTube project. You can look back. It took quite a while to do, but it was really, really enjoyable. Because we can't get enough of our Herbie, can we, Ems?
We're still dead started.
Aye, see, look, great big lovely warm jacket. I'll tell you though, guys, it's actually 13 degrees. It's actually very warm just now.
It's windy and raining.
She feels the cold. I'm not really. The Herbies from the Highlands, aren't you, son?
They've been around much longer than me,
Yeah.
so we have grown much more used to it.
A good boy. So yeah, guys, if you are seeing for the first time, this after 18 months of work and 3 years of horse lessons, Emily now has her new horse, Herbie. Hey, Herbs. And he's in a bit of a bad mood. He's not very happy when it's raining and stuff like that, you know, but generally 95% of the time he's just an absolute darling. You just don't like the rain, do you, Herbs? And he never had a stable before, so
He was only stabled when he broke his leg.
just when he broke his leg, didn't he? Yeah. So he's 14 and he was an Irish racehorse, but he was fast, but not, he didn't really quite have it for, yeah. So Alana got him for the last 10 years, and he is just absolutely brilliant, guys.
This is going to be his last home.
It's going to be his last home, alright. Yeah. You stay with us, Herbs. Yeah. But you can see the Land Rover was saying earlier on, that's him over there. He's going to be our Land Rover tractor for the field now, isn't he, for a while? Yeah. But I'll tell you guys, he's still got a bit to go yet in this field to eat it right down. But we've got the other side over there. which we're going to switch him to in the next week or so. We'll just see how we go. You've still got plenty going on down here, haven't you, Herbs? But yeah, and he used to be a riding school horse as well. So when Emily's got the old saddle on him and all that, he's really, really good. Good boy.
He does behave when I need him to.
He does behave when you need him to. But it's a lot of learning, isn't it? Especially about disciplining.
Still having that stubborn
Yeah, he has got a little bit of that, you know, where he can act out a little bit. But it's a small percentage of the time. And
it's usually when it's raining or when we're leaving.
And we have just got to be tough, show him who's boss, end of story, Zero tolerance, that's it. And we'll get there. And you know, he is a herd animal, so he does kind of try to bully. Sometimes he tries to bully. But I'm up here most of the time now, and he doesn't try it much with me. You know, you don't get away with it with me, Herbs. Yeah, but otherwise, he's just a darling. When I'm working up here, he's never 10, 15 feet away from me. He likes being close to me and seeing what's going on.
Except when he's not in the mood.
Except when he's not in the mood. Like a rainy day.
Usually just like either stays in place when you walk off or just walks away.
Yeah, me and him were just saying, look, he's got this way, horses seem to have this way of sifting out the rubbish, like
the dead grass.
Yeah, the dead grass kind of goes to the side, then out it goes. So he must have a little way of doing it, Herbs?
That's just feel like how their mouth works.
He is not in the mood at all just now, but as we always say, look, it's an acre and a half of field there, and you're 2 feet away from us, aren't you, son? Yeah, you love your family. Yeah, you love your family, don't you? So guys, if you've got kids, David and Emily have got 3 Barney Family YouTube channels for kids, and the big one at the moment, of course, is David's Airsoft and Emily's Horse Vlog. David's doing quite a bit of airsoft, guys, so if you've got kids, yeah. But we've got 3 channels, guys, and of course shorts as well. We've got the short channel and the gaming channel, so loads and loads for them. So as always, guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit notifications. Loads and loads of videos coming up. We do caravanning, fishing, kayaking, horses, motorbikes, tents, wild camping, just boats, just everything, anything and everything. Yeah, I'll have to get to the boat as well, but Herbie first, son. I've got to get him all sorted and set, and I'll be happy. I'll see you tomorrow, son.